Scrappers, Moose here. So, I got another package in the mail from one of my subscribers, Robert Jackson. He sent me a bag of these. You guys recognize those? Those are the connector ends on like Ethernet cables, local area network cables. They kind of look like phone cables, but they have several extra pins on the end. And he wanted me to do a video on how to pull those gold-plated pieces out, which I'll do for him. But to be honest, with these, it's so much work to get so little out that I normally just bag them up just like this and sell them as is to places like boardsort.com or Cash for Computer Scrap, Cash for Electron. I can never remember the friggin' name of that site. I'll put it in the title. But there are lots of places that buy these. You can sell them on eBay, and they buy them by the pound. So it's really easy. Just clip them off the wire end, throw them in a bucket, just like this one. And when you have a few pounds of them, you send them off. They send you a check. That's just easier for me. So let's take a closer look at some of these guys. All right. So I was asked to show how to take these little gold-plated things out, and the only way that I know of is it's really time-consuming and difficult, but it gets them out. Original Feats also has a video on this where he uses like a pick, but I just stick them in a pair of vice grips so they're nice and tight. Hold the vice grips down with one hand, and then use a small flathead screwdriver, and you just push them up. You gotta do them one at a time, which is tedious, but then they pop right out. So it's a lot of work for very small pieces of gold-bearing material. Now granted, these are completely plated. There's no other metal exposed on them, so something like this would be difficult to process with AP. You'd have to use like a reverse electroplating cell, or I don't know, I suppose there's some other method with nitric acid, but I don't use that, so I wouldn't be able to tell you how to do that. But again, you put them in a vice grip, take a screwdriver, oops, and you just push them through. Don't do this on your wife's dining room table, she'll kill you. Alright, so also in this bag there's a couple of other different ones. There's this, which looks like some kind of SVGA cable or something. I'm not actually sure, it's probably a keyboard or something. But if you look at the outside of it is gold plated. So that you can literally just pinch off with a pair of wire cutters. It doesn't need to be pretty. Yeah, so there's that. And then you're left with these little gold-plated pins inside. With those, again, with the same wire cutters, I just lightly grab them and then pull up. Okay, and these are just going to snip. Use a pair of pliers instead. Normally that doesn't happen. Alright, so a pair of pliers onto the pin, and just pull the pin out. And there it is. Oh, there it went. Well, itty bitty pin. Look like this kind of connector, which has some gold plating in it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use my wire cutters. I'm just going to break off the circuit board that's still on there. Just crack it right off. Alright, so now with these guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my wire cutters to trim some of the plastic above the pin, because they are shaped wider on top. I've got to pull them out this way, not through the bottom. So there you go. And it's a nice little pin. It's completely gold plated, which is nice. But again, nothing Nothing with these guys is fast unless you're like some major industry that uses like a cyanide leach or something. So that's it. Alright, so I know I'm going to get a lot of comments from other viewers out there saying, well, why would you do that? It takes so much friggin' time. I mean, it's one of those things. If you have the time, who's to argue with you what your time is worth to you? Keep in mind, it's going to take, probably at least 2 or 3 minutes per one of these to get all those little plated pieces out. So, you have to decide if it's worth it for you. Personally, I just bag them up and sell them. But, hey, to each their own. So, if you have any other questions, make sure you comment, like, subscribe. Make sure you check out my 25,000 subscriber giveaway. I'm giving away almost $1,000 in tools. All you have to do is go to the iScrap app website or the app, post a price, and then send me a message on my YouTube page, not on this video. Send me a message on my YouTube page where it says Moose Scrapper about send message. And then tell me who you are, where your address, and how you got into scrapping. And that's it. So thanks for watching. See you on the next one.